I think anyone who begins so youthful around here a ton of it truly can botch you in numerous ways. Likewise, has called out the amusement in the new survey chiefs are homicidal Satanists. The arrival of the sound of opportunity has got everybody humming. And it seems like the film has worked up something other than fervor in the cinema world. Our little Macaulay Culkin, yes, the lovable kid star from Home Alone, has reemerged. And he makes them shock disclosures to spill. So what precisely did he say it's a revile and a gift? In an alleged meeting, Macaulay supposedly spilled a few wild mysteries, guaranteeing that the business first class are completely fruitcakes engaged with unfathomable customs with youthful entertainers. I realize it sounds fantastic, right? Yet evidently, there's this article getting out and about, and it's creating all in all a ruckus. The title peruses Macaulay Culkin, evil elates, do the unbelievable two youthful ones during ceremony's stunning rite. The unsubstantiated article guarantees that Macaulay let the cat out of the bag on those savage studio chiefs, blaming them for being ruthless Satanists who customarily unalive kid entertainers. Could you at any point envision it resembles something straight out of a dull Hollywood thrill ride? And there's more as per this purported article, the most horrendously terrible of these wound people even wear shoes produced using the skin of youthful ones. Might you at any point accept the boldness of such cases? Obviously, a few fans are calling it misleading. Yet you realize how reports spread like quickly in Hollywood. Who understands what's truly happening in secret? Well, in the captivating universe of Hollywood, there's a platitude that goes narcs get fastens. And even if there's only a sprinkle of truth to what this article is guaranteeing, it could reveal some insight into why Macaulay Culkin's once encouraging vocation disappeared so strangely. They say that standing in opposition to the strong tip-top in media outlets can have serious results. You see, Macaulay Culkin's excursion to fame appears as though something straight out of a Hollywood content. His ascent to distinction was out and out fleeting thanks to his charming and funny depiction of Kevin McAllister in the famous occasion film Home Alone, the movie coordinated by Chris Columbus and composed by the incredible John Hughes, turned into a social peculiarity in Culkin at the young age of 10, turned into a mind-blowing phenomenon. With his celestial face and normal boardability, he caught the hearts of crowds. Overall, the outcome of Home Alone slung Culkin into the spotlight, transforming him into a worldwide genius. He turned into the substance of many promoting efforts, showed up on endless magazine covers, and was bothered by paparazzi any place he went. His depiction of the devilish Kevin McAllister procured him boundless basic praise, alongside a brilliant Globe designation, and a youthful craftsman Grant Hollywood makers saw possible in the youthful entertainer. And he proceeded to star in additional movies. For example, Uncle Buck, My Young Lady, and Home Alone, Two Lost in New York. He even featured in a Saturday morning animation show called Wish Kid and showed up in Michael Jackson's music video for Dark or White music. Worldwide scale anyway, the confounding levels of accomplishment included some major disadvantages. As Culkin's star kept on rising, he ended up under colossal tension. Hollywood's tenacious quest for benefit and popularity frequently disregards the prosperity of kid entertainers. Culkin was no exemption. In spite of his initial achievement, he confronted enormous strain to keep up with his film industry claim and convey a large number of hits with his folks. As his supervisors, Culkin's life was a hurricane of work meetings and public appearances. As he turned into an easily recognized name, he additionally turned into Hollywood's secret weapon. The business was anxious to take advantage of his ubiquity, marking him up for additional tasks than any kid ought to bear. The constant work negatively affected his experience growing up, passing on him with brief period to be a customary youngster and partake in the basic delights of youth. As the 90s advanced, Culkin fame started to fade. The movies he featured in after the great progress of Home Alone neglected to accomplish similar degree of recognition in film industry achievement. Motion pictures like The Great Child in 1993 settling the score with Father in 1994 and Richie Rich in 1994, didn't proceed true to form, driving a few pundits to scrutinize Culkin's abilities to act past his particular job as Kevin McAllister. I was cautioning child Gus can approach my home. Give him the cash, I don't need your cash. I said, take it you don't have a place here. When he arrived at pre-adulthood, Culkin's profession had hit a road obstruction, the tensions of acclaim, the lessening accomplishment in the cinema world, and an absence of different jobs negatively affected the youthful entertainer. With an end goal to recover his balance in the business, he took on less secure and more developed jobs in films like The Pagemaster in 1994 and Party Beast in 2003. And Michael, while Party Beast displayed his acting reach, it neglected to have a tremendous effect on the film world. In the midst of his expert battles, Culkin's own life was likewise confronting disturbance. In 1995, his folks unit and Patricia Culkin chose to separate, and an unpleasant guardianship fight followed over Culkin and his six kids. In the end, full guardianship was granted to his mom, prompting a stressed relationship with his dad. The separation and guardianship fight were exceptionally broadcasted, adding more pressure to a generally difficult circumstance for the youthful entertainer. Furthermore, Culkin's progress into adulthood carried with it a huge monetary bonus. Turning 18 allowed him admittance to his profit, and he unexpectedly wound up with a tremendous fortune. The newly discovered abundance introduced its own arrangement of difficulties. Culkin once cleverly remarked in a meeting with Ellen DeGeneres that he felt like somebody had endeavored to bring in all the cash, and he had acquired it like a bonus. So it was I felt like some youngster really buckled down, and I acquired all of his cash with his distinction destiny and his own life in unrest. Culkin chose to enjoy some time off from acting to recapture some feeling of business as usual. He backed away from the spotlight, looking for break from the steady examination of Hollywood and the public eye. He needed to be simply one more individual on the road, liberated from the heaviness of being a previous kid star. Culkin's takeoff from Hollywood came when he expected to reclassify his personality and rediscover his interests beyond acting. The excursion to wind up was both freeing and testing. He wandered into different undertakings, including composing and music, looking for innovative outlets past the bounds of Hollywood's assumptions. In 2003, Culkin made a visitor appearance on NBC's hit sitcom Will and Elegance, and got back to the big screen with the true-to-life show Party Beast. While the last option got blended surveys from pundits, some lauded Culkin's exhibition for its takeoff from his past jobs. Still, it neglected to launch him back into the spotlight. As Culkin explored the slippery waters of Hollywood and life past, he embraced his relationship with Kevin McAllister, energetically satirizing the person in different meetings and appearances. His silly interpretation of his famous job charmed him to fans, showing that he had grappled with the effect the person had on his life and vocation, with an end goal to communicate his imagination in flighty ways. Culkin helped to establish the melodic parody project The Pizza Underground. The band hilariously mocked tunes by the popular band The Velvet Underground with a bit of pizza-themed names and verses. The venture got blended responses from the general population and pundits, some finding it peculiar and entertaining, while others thought of it as strange and ailing in melodic profundity. Regardless of the difficulties and